What do you do, Callan?
Um, that's a very broad question. I'm Callan Searcy. I'm 18 and I am a music producer. Favorite thing to do? Make music.
Why do you like making music?
Because you can express yourself in music. You can express yourself in art that you can't do in a normal social situation when you're just like out with your friends. Music is different because people connect with music on a different way than they do like everyday social situations or like anything else really. So much work that goes into making a song. It's crazy the songs are only like $1 or whatever. I mean, they could obviously be more because it's a piece of artwork. There's a lot of work that goes into making music, and so I'm on the production side. I started playing piano when I was like 3 and I was 11. When I finally like got a guitar, because I'd always wanted to learn guitar, I got a drum kit and learned drums. I dropped out of high school because it was a big old waste of time for me, and I was ready to make the jump into music. When it comes to it, you just have to make the jump, and not everyone makes it, but a lot of people are too afraid and just want to kind of like go around it and hope that they make it, and then you never really end up doing what you want. It might be slow at first, you might be broke for a while, you can't have distractions, you can't be like occupying yourself with other stuff, you can't kind of like psych yourself out of it, you have to go for it. I might not have necessarily knew what I was doing at the time that I dropped out of high school, but I knew enough that I wasn't going to be spending my time doing what was not going to benefit me. Of course, there's like so much you can learn in a general education until you get to a point where it's just like cramming head knowledge, and high school was not relating to music for me. I was ready to get started on my life a bit earlier because I already knew what I was going to do. Nervous? Nah. It's only for some people. Everyone's path is different. People are critical of art because sometimes you don't understand it. Some people are jealous that they don't have that kind of talent. Some people are gifted in art, some people are gifted in like math knowledge, like engineers or accounting, like architecture kind of stuff, building designing, like drawing cars. I believe that everyone's gifted in something, that you just have to find it. Yeah, art is art, and it's a way for people to express themselves. People don't always understand it, but go after what you like to do, and if anything's holding you back, you just can't let it hold you back. Like that's the thing, school was holding me back, so I stopped doing it. And it was no use for me to graduate and have the piece of paper that said I finished, because that doesn't mean a dang thing in the music world. A piece of paper does not qualify you for your abilities to do practical things. You express yourself in music, and some people like it, some people don't. Don't try to please other people. Don't let people's opinions sway you. Don't change yourself to make people like you. It's about expressing yourself, at least in music, but for life. Don't give in to other people. I mean, there's always stuff that you can learn from going to school. For me, what I was doing, there's nothing that I could learn from going to school and like paying thousands of dollars to go to like a college that you wouldn't learn like practically immersing yourself in the actual world of music production, because there's only so much you can learn before you have to apply yourself, and a big part of it is developing your ear, and you kind of develop your ear to what sounds good in music, and it's a process. Should other artists drop out of high school? It depends. I mean, wherever you think your path is going, pray about it. Don't sway to other people's opinions. Ultimately, it's up to you. I'd say as a music producer, don't go to school for that kind of stuff. Like, that's a huge waste of time, a waste of money. It's kind of avoiding actually going into it almost. Music producers are kind of like the low-key people behind music. Like, they make the music that you're listening to. Without music producers, there is no music besides people recording it on like voice memos and stuff. It is a huge part of the music you hear. Really before the 2000s, I guess, or like before where technology is now, where everything is done on computers. I think that's like where real talent in like music production was. Not that there's not any talent in it now, but nowadays anyone can download any like rinky-dink softwares and like sounds on their computers. The music industry is crazy. Like, not everyone is like accepting of the whole technological advancement kind of thing. People are still kind of weirded out that music is made on computers and it's like electronic music now. I just can't even imagine like where music's gonna be in 10 years. That's my gifting is in music, and I always like to learn more about it. I always like to progress in it, and it's a cool way of expressing yourself.